Hello everyone, welcome back to the new series called Phrases Native Speakers Use. It's the third lesson from this series, and in this series we talk about some of 10 lovely phrases or idioms that native speakers use in their speaking and writing almost every day. So today we have Mr. Sabir. He's the founder and CEO of IELTS Escort. It is located in Dhaka, and we will talk about it later. Okay, Sabir, so thanks for coming here.
My pleasure.
Okay. First comes blah blah blah. Well, I think some of you heard the phrase and used them in your speaking. In your speaking and writing. It's a phrase that native speakers use when they want to avoid some unimportant or unnecessary thing or details. Okay, so sometimes they want to skip something and they say blah blah blah. Okay, so it's a nice one. So do you have an example?
Yes, I have. I'm sick and tired of you. Need to do this and you have got to do that. Blah blah blah. Don't give me any more excuses.
Okay, so someone is giving him many more excuses and he is tired of that. Okay, so he's not, he doesn't want to take any more excuses from the person, right?
Right.
And so you're saying, oh, don't do that, don't give me excuses, I'm tired of that, blah blah blah. Thank you. Barefaced. Okay, barefaced, it's a nice one. It means without having any kind of disguise or being deliberately shameless. Okay, so if a person is a kind of shameless, and if he or she acts shamelessly, and it's a kind of if the person doesn't want to have any kind of disguise, a kind of open, right? So over openness is found in the person. This characteristic is called bare-faced. Okay, so sir, do you have an example?
Yes, I have. The companies claim that profits had jumped by 10% was obviously a bare-faced lie.
Great example. Thank you, sir. So the company claimed that they made a 10% of profit, but actually it was a lie, and of course, a very bare-faced lie, because when they announced or when they gave that speech about making that profit, they were very much bold. Okay, so there was no shyness, no shameful behavior or appearance. Okay, so obviously it was a lie and barefaced lie. Okay, thank you. Next comes hangry. Well, hangry is a nice one and funny one. It's a mashup word. Mashup words are those words that are made of two or more words. Okay, for example, breakfast plus lunch equals to brunch. Okay, so there are so many examples. Okay, so hangry is also a mashup word. It contains two individual English words, hungry and angry. If I do not tolerate hunger, if I don't like hunger, and if I become hungry, I become angry as well. So I will be called as hangry. Sir, could you give us an example?
Sure. People tend to get a bit hangry when their blood sugar level drops.
Blood sugar. Nice pronunciation, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So many of us say sugar, but actually there is no word that is pronounced as sugar. It should be
Sugar.
sugar. So sir, I've learned from you. Thank you very much. Okay,
Welcome.
next one is old school, right? So old school, well, before going to give any kind of detail of that, okay, listen to the pronunciation. Never say old school. We have to merge the two words together and it will sound like old school. Old school. Okay, I mean the DOS sound will be very subtle, very, you can't hear it very well. So old school. I'm not pronouncing, or I'm not producing any DOS sound in my voice, right? So old school, right?
Right.
Old school. Old school describes something that is from an earlier or very earlier time, or something that is very old-fashioned. So old-fashioned. So that is something that is called old school. So could you give us an example?
Yeah, sure. You want to go roller skating tonight? Oh man, that's so old school.
Okay, so roller skating, kind of, to some people in the world, they think that it's an kind of old school activity and they don't like it much, right? Okay, but there was a time when people used to love that and people got so much excited when they were, they went to some kind of roller skating or something like that. So, old school. Well, next one is, which one, sir? Frenemy. Well, it's a great grandfather. No, it's a great term that can be used when we want to talk about someone who pretends to be our friend, but actually inside they are our enemy. Okay, so you can say that an enemy in disguise, and if the person pretends to be friend, that is the person who will be called or who should be called frenemy. Friend plus enemy. It's also a mashup word. Okay, sir, it's a nice one, I think. So,
Right.
could you give us an example, please?
Yeah, sure. She seems so false. I wouldn't trust her. She's just a frenemy.
Okay, frenemy. She. It's not he.
Oh,
It's she.
right.
So I think I shouldn't give the explain. Okay, so people will be able to understand what it
Right.
means. Okay. So next one is about bottle. Okay, so we're not talking about bottle. Okay, or bottle of something. Well, the term or the phrase is to lose someone's bottle. Okay, so if someone loses his or her bottle, that means the person has lost his or her confidence, or maybe the person doesn't want to do that thing that he or she wanted to do. Okay, so if you lose your bottle for some reason, you could say if you lose your confidence, you could say I lost my bottle. Okay, so some people will be there to look for the bottle. Okay, sir, could you give us an example?
Yeah, sure. I tried over and over again, but at some point I lost my bottle.
Great. Which comes next? No picnic.
No picnic.
Well, no picnic. That means it is definitely something that is opposite. Okay, so going on a picnic is a great thing, but not going on a picnic or staying somewhere else is a different thing. So no picnic means a difficult or unpleasant situation. I mean, the situation when people are likely to find out the solution to some specific problem, right? So could you give us an example?
Yeah, sure. Having no job and trying to pay the bills is no picnic.
Yes. So the person has no job, but he has to pay or she has to pay the bills every month or every week regularly. Okay, so it's never a picnic to the person. Great. Potluck. Okay, so potluck is a kind of situation. Describes a situation in which one must take a chance that whatever is available to the person, and the person will take a chance to do something, and the person doesn't know whatever that is or whatever is going to happen, whether it is good or bad. So in plain English, potluck is a situation when you have to take the chance that is available to you. Okay, there is no other way. Okay, that is called potluck. So, sir, could you give us an example?
Yeah, sure. If you can't decide which book to pick, take potluck. I'm sure they will all be good to read.
Great example. Thank you, sir. So, maybe you are going to you like to read something, but you have hundreds of books, maybe 10 or 20 books. Okay, so you are just confused on which one you should pick. So you are asking me, so which one should I start with? So I'm saying, okay, just pick randomly. Okay, I mean, then use your potluck. That means pick randomly, and I think every single of the books will be great. Okay, so no problem, just pick one. Okay, and it is the chance. So you will pick one, and the book, whatever the book is, doesn't matter. Matter is you will enjoy it. Okay, so this situation is called potluck. Last but one, right? Number 9. So which one is, sir?
Up your game.
Up your game. Well, up your game or to raise your game means to improve, plain and simple. So if you want to if someone says, okay, raise your game, that means you have to improve something. Okay, maybe your academic progress, or maybe you are a player, you play games. So someone is saying that, okay, raise your game, that means you have to improve your performance, right? So the example, sir, could you give us an example?
I never finish novels. I need to up my reading game.
That means the person, Sabir, didn't read any novel, though it's not true. I know that, but he needs to up his game. That means he needs to improve his reading habit, right? You have to improve. Without reading, no one can learn, I think, anything. Okay, unless the person is blind. He can't read, but of course they can read. Okay, there is a braille system.
Braille
okay,
system,
they can follow. There are some dots, 6 dots, and they put their finger on and go through all the dots, and they can match the pattern of the dots with the specific words and letters, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay. And the last one is photobomb. Right. So photobomb is when a person accidentally, unexpectedly appears in a photo. Okay. So suppose you were taking a photo with, bodybuilder Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, and someone just happened to come to your photo, okay, and your frame, and just spoiled. Okay, so you could say that the person is a photobomb who came to your photo and gave you a surprise. So the person is a photobomb, or the activity is called photobombing. So to photobomb means to spoil a photo, okay, being present there unexpectedly. So photobomb is when a person accidentally appears in a photo. So it happens, so many times, okay, all over the world, and because people nowadays are taking much more photos, right?
Right.
So I think it happens. It's very natural, general phenomenon, I think, right? Okay.
Right.
So sir, could you give us an example?
Yeah, sure. Oh no, my graduation photo has been totally ruined by a photo bomber. Look at it.
Okay, so graduation photo is really a remarkable achievement. Okay, a person's life who complete the graduation. Okay, and suppose you are taking photo with your elderly or with your teacher, and the person your teacher is very busy. Okay, he had to do a lot of things. Okay, after that, so the person came, your teacher came and gave you a time. And when the person, the photographer took the photo, and the person bumped into or came into or jumped into the frame and then ruined the photo. Okay, so the person should be given an award that is called Best Photobomber. And this activity is called to photobomb, right? And also you can say a photobomb. Okay. Well, this is all about phrases native speakers use. We have talked about roughly 10 phrases that native speakers use,
Yes.
more or less, in their speaking and writing. I hope and we hope that you've understood all the lesson. If you guys like the video, just hit the thumbs up below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to your YouTube channel, EngVlog. We are going to give you lots of videos, okay, in future. Okay, so here is Sabir. He has something to tell you. Okay.
Yes, thank you for giving me this opportunity to participate in this video. So hope you will understand the meaning and enjoy our discussion. So happy learning.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Example.
Sir, could you give us an example?
Yeah, sure. I tried over and over again, but I missed.
At some point, I lost my bottle.
Lost.
Okay, ready? Okay, sir.